welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, home to the Central Michigan Chippewas. Looks as if we're going to have an outstanding crowd as we've got a great game in store for you. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chippewas offense will get the first swing of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Quarterback keeps it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Chippewas come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the option. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged out of the air. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
Well, that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He'll toss it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Chips. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you.
There he goes. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Need. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grab near the marker is Akbar. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. Gonna run it. It's Carter. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And right down the middle. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And the Chippewas, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time. Playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Chippewas.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Dropping back, it's Need. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We've reached the end of the period. Central Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Going with the ground game left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now facing a 3rd and long. Let's go. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's need. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Wants to fire on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Akbar. Knocked off his feet. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Kick is in the air. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so...
Breaks into the open. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Here's the handoff. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Chippewas are facing third and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Need. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more...
There he goes! Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. The option look. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Positive plays, that's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but 3rd and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on this.
Going for it all. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Need. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he'll line this one up from 53 yards out and try to bang it through. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To throw, it's Need. Pressure coming. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He gets the pick, but not the pick 6, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Mount Pleasant today, and welcome into the halftime update. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kelly Shorts Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And now this offense will take the field again. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cincinnati. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then,
turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Chippewas can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Open space at the 25. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Scanning the field, it's Need. He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space, plus oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there, took a chance deep. It wasn't open. It was incomplete. You got to be thinking on third down coming up now, they're probably going to throw it again.
Punt team makes its way onto the field. Here's the punt, and he's done better. Not much on that one. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute it.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Central Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to pass. It's Need. Here's a heat. Got it behind the line. It's Carter. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not.
Oh, he's got some space. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle down.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Wiggins. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Chippewas decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And
breaks into the open. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Makes the grab. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air. It's Need. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Fires to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40.
Tackle is made at the 40-yard line.
We've come to the end of the quarter, guys, and Central Michigan has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things that makes this defense so hard to move the football against is their defensive line. That time, 4 guys on the field, and they're able to win. You saw that guy penetrate, get through the line of scrimmage. He gets the TFL. Big reason why they're winning today is the play of these guys up front.
On the run, it's Laporta. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. South Carolina looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week in Hilton Head instead of the film room. They're trailing by 14 to West Virginia. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the back. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
Great place to start for this offense. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. QB draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback will keep it. There he goes.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could. Holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Okay, ready? 2nd down coming up. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. And the Chippewas line up to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's got great speed. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Now this offense is back on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Well, you're trailing here in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds and try and preserve as many seconds as you can on the clock.
Quickly complete. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Need. He's got him. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
Awesome execution. Nice job going down the field, scoring the touchdown, but only half of the work is done. Under 2 minutes, got to go for the 2-point conversion here. Pick your play. Let's get ready to roll.
They'll try to get the 2, knot this thing up, and maybe push us into overtime. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's not going to get there. The defense coming up with a big stop to hold on to this 2-point lead deep in the 4th. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation.
Turning it on! And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Chippewas come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Working that left side now. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
That's just 2 guys being on the same page, and they just dialed up a play that they feel so confident in. They know their quarterback and receiver can go out and execute in this juncture of the game, winning, needing that 3rd down to ice it. That was perfect.
The quarterback takes a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.